before I go any further than that on this section, oh, let's look here. I guess we're plowing all the way down right now. It's a little slicker than usual. It's pretty wet. What's going on, everybody? Looks like we are getting a little bit of snow tonight. Looking at about 3 to 5 inches, as you can see here. One of the other places I plowed the next town up, Warrensburg, 3 to 5 tonight. And then 3 to 5 tomorrow. Let's break this down on the hourly. This is basically how I start to figure out what time I'm going to go out and plow. So if you scroll down through, here's midnight, about 0.2 inches of snow, 1 o'clock, 0.4, so we're at 0.6 right now, 1.1, 1.5. There we go. We just crossed the 2-inch mark, so that's my threshold. That's my threshold to plow. So right here at 4 o'clock, we got 2 inches on the ground. Now every hour, starting at 5, we're going to get an inch every hour. So we're a little over 3 inches now. 4, 5, 6 inches by 8 o'clock. 7, 8, and then we're going to start getting some rain and some warmer weather. So we're looking about 8 inches here, and I will probably be starting plowing around 4 or 5 What we're going
to
do is a little different than the last couple plow videos. I'm going to have my GoPro outside of the vehicle, and I'm going to have this going inside the vehicle, kind of tell you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Let me start out by saying that I am no expert. I think that there are multiple ways to skin a cat, and this is just what works for me and what works for my accounts. So hope you like it, and we'll have some fun out there today. It looks like it's going to be a little thick and heavy. Seems wet, so should be a good day. All right, here we are at one of my biggest accounts here. Get some of this shit out of the road. A lot of this will just kind of push up. We're just going to keep pushing it over to the left towards the driveway. And then the rest of this will be plowed as I come out. And now we'll be able to plow it on a straight chute coming out. Do a couple passes at the end. There's not much to this driveway. It's just a old rocky dirt access road basically up to the house. Just needs a little push on the way out. The big thing that does take time and does require care is this hill here. This is also a rental property, and looks like they couldn't get up there in their van. So again, I like to go to the top, plow down, and And you'll see how I like to plow this account. I like to basically just do it in sections, a blade widths wide, and then I just do it twice. So you'll see that. Let's get up here, turned around. Just like this account requires salt, so we will we'll plow this a bit, and then actually, you know what? Nothing different here. Just widening up this place will be really beneficial for me later. Having this open so I can come in here and turn around, which I'm going to do right now. Pretty slick up here. All right, so basically this is where we're gonna start our actual plowing. Try to get back as straight as I can. What we're going to do is we're going to just bring the snow over to one side of the road, push it to the left. And I keep these little turnaround spots clear. It gives me a place to place the snow every time I do a section. So then I'll back up. And we'll widen another length. Bada bing. I'm gonna back up here, do a turn. Before I go any further than that on this section, oh, getting a little slick here. guess we're plowing all the way down right now. It's a little slicker than usual. It's pretty wet and heavy. We were just off in the soft stuff a little bit. Want to widen out this turn. And now we'll tilt our blade on this turn and we'll start widening it out this way. So you'll notice that this blade is bouncing a lot. It has what's called a live edge on it, which means there's a cutting edge, a piece of steel that is what scrapes the ground, grabs the ice, the snow. But when it catches, especially on a driveway like this, when it catches a rock, you know, it can be damaging for the truck, and it can be damaging for the plow. So, like right there. So a lot of the newer plows, they basically have that piece of metal is on the bottom. This is your plow. This is the edge. When it hits a rock, it folds back and then springs forward, and it keeps your blade from binding up with the weight of the truck behind it. And it keeps, it allows you to keep pushing the snow forward even though you hit a rock. So this seems to work really well on this driveway. Instead of going up and down in full shots, it works really well to just push the snow a couple lengths at a time. Push it to the right. We're all straightened out on our turn here. Okay, so now that turn's good and clean. So continue to push the snow to the right here and go down. Put it on a wide scoop, or I'm sorry, a wide V. And we'll head out. And this will clean the road well enough. And then when we come back later, we'll continue to work on it. Open it up now and clean up this entryway here a little bit. Those gravel roads, and this is a little bit more than just a gravel road. It's a, it's a woods road. It's never really been manicured. I think it was probably bulldozed a couple times, and it's strain on the plow. So I don't try to get too neat there. I make it accessible. I'm not going to be on that road more than I need to. Make it accessible, which is what the property owner wanted, and that's what we're going to do. As you can see, it's really coming down pretty good. Getting, we're forecasted about 1 inch an hour. Seems like we got a good amount of snow coming, so I'm going to take a couple scrapes off some of my hill counts, the one up here, and we might be waiting out a lot of this. We got a lot of snow coming. So what I like to do first is open up my scoop and try to get some of this stuff out of the way here that the state plows leave. You gotta be careful backing up. And basically that'll give me some room to work. Get some out from in front of the mailbox here. Never really want to be in a rush, just look and see what needs to be done and just do it, It's not too complicated. You want to get the snow out of the driveway. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to try to swing a little wider here. I'm going to go into my V here so I can start pushing some of the snow to the side as I go. And it's kind of narrow and there are these pillars here. Now I'm going to start moving out to a scoop a little bit and just widen up my V. Then when you get to something like this here, there's a car in the driveway, this is a rental property. What I want to do is now go to I'll lift my plow up so you can see. I want to go into almost a full scoop and then turn it to the right. And I want to try to push all my snow in one direction. Get it away from this car. Now I want to straighten out a little bit so we can neatly push into the bank. Lift the plow as you push. Put it in reverse. We're going to go a little straight here. We'll get right up to the front of this vehicle here and we'll pull some back, and then later I'll swing back through and maybe they'll be out of the way and we can get that spot. But now we pulled the snow back. We're gonna go right back into our angled plow here and get it all over the side. And we're just gonna add on. We're just gonna go a little wider than we did last time. Raise the plow when we hit the bank. Okay, let me get straightened out here. All right, so now we're basically back to where it's single lane here in the driveway. There's my remote. I'm always losing it. Drop the blade to the angle. Continue to push the side. All we're looking to do is move the snow really in the most efficient way possible. Leave everything nice and wide and accessible. And that'll be that for now. See if we can straighten out our plow. And now that driveway is accessible, only to a couple pushes in a couple minutes. And we will head on to the next one. Some more snow is gonna fall and we'll come back and take another layer off and neaten it up a little bit once the storm is over. So this driveway right here is pretty straightforward. It's mainly some back dragging. I got my markers out so I know where my edges are. Try to get as close as I can to the garage and as close as I can to that marker. And we're just gonna back drag out to the road. A very helpful tip for new guys getting into plowing. If you're going to be back dragging, an incredibly useful tip is to make sure that before you drop your plow, you put your vehicle in reverse. That way, after you've been out plowing for 3 or 4 hours, you're running low on coffee, or you're talking on the phone or making YouTube videos, you don't drop your plow and then go see what they have in the garage. It'll save you some headache doing that. So again, I'm gonna try to get as close as I can over here and see if I can get another inch or so away. And just pull it all right to the front of the driveway. Sometimes my OCD gets the best of me. I gotta get this little strip in the middle. Oh, I made it worse. It's alright. Can't sit here all day doing that. If I had my blade more in a an angle like this back dragging, it would catch it all the same as scooping, but I wasn't really paying attention, and it's not really worth it to try to make it perfect because we'll just be back